Welcome back to Eye on the Money, and today on the show we're talking about insurance as a safety net, and with me in studio is none other than Davis Ongiro, who's the General Manager of Insurance at Octagon Insurance Brokers Limited. Now Davis, before we took a break, you were really explaining to us the state of the industry, the product range that you've come up with in the midst of the pandemic, why it's very important now more than ever to take up insurance. But now to pick up on the conversation, even as we're sitting here encouraging people to take on insurance because it's going to save them so much in terms of grief, in terms of money. When someone, and I'm talking about from a place of an individual or even a business, is shopping around for insurance, what should they look out for? And the reason I ask this question is because I've had conversations with people who have said, I've tried out and I've got my hands burnt because they probably dealt with someone who's not, authorized. There's so many quacks out there. So when someone is out there actively looking, how can they get the best out of their money? And what are the key pointers to this is what I'm looking for?
For insurance, there are so many dynamics that are involved, but importantly, I usually advise clients that please and always get a broker, a licensed broker by the Insurance Regulatory Authority. Why you need a broker? It's not because you can't go directly to the insurance company and purchase the insurance cover yourself. You can be able to purchase. Comfortably you can. But what happens is, Ingrid, if I bring you documents here, right, left and center, so many documents, you won't have time to read. Yes. You won't have time to interpret. Yes. In the worst case scenario, you will just cover that, you say you read tomorrow. Tomorrow will never happen until you have a claim, and that is when you realize something that has happened to you is not covered.
Right. So, I didn't lose a thumb.
Yeah.
You know that fine print in there.
Correct, yeah. So I usually say, please get a broker. Why you need a broker or an intermediary? It's because they help negotiate the terms for you. Some of the clauses in insurance are very restrictive. It's only the broker who can be able to help negotiate for you, because secondly, they have a huge number of clients. So they have a way they can muscle it out with the insurance companies and give you something important. But also, they can even negotiate the premiums for you. So, to be able to know what you are looking for in insurance, one, make sure that you are dealing with a credible insurance company, but importantly, have a credible insurance intermediary who is properly licensed, preferably a broker. Then they negotiate for you. Always, please insist, get more than 3 quotes. When you get more than 3 quotes from an independent broker like myself, what that helps, we come and sit on the table, tell you, Ingrid, this is what they have, this is how much they are charging, these are the exclusions, because the exclusions are very important in insurance. And then that is for company A, then company B the same, company C the same. So you have like-to-like comparison on the table. So that then, when it comes also, you have a claim, and maybe it's an extraordinary claim that necessarily willing to be paid. When you use a broker, they can negotiate for that claim to be paid, even on ex gratia terms. So that, because of maybe the business relationship the insurance company has with the insurance broker, it gives you an advantage. Remember, you don't pay the insurance broker. It is completely a free service.
Right.
They only get paid by the commission by the insurance company. So you are not incurring an extra cost. In any case, they are doing for you a very free service. So my encouragement is always look for a good broker who has a good service system, which I think like Octagon we do. Not actually think, I can confirm we do.
Right.
Lest my boss is, I said, I think.
You'll be someone, right?
Yeah, so it's important to deal with a broker who is properly capable of negotiating for you that contract. So that in case of anything, you are good to go. Usually, most of us get excited by the low premiums. But usually low premiums doesn't necessarily mean you'll get a good service.
Right.
Yeah, because everything is priced. You better go for value based compared to, if I give you an ordinary, for example, if I bring a group life proposal to you, it only takes an expert to know whether I'm giving you what we call a combined solution, that has GPA and WIBA, for example, or I'm just giving you a group life cover. For you to be able to know which is which, you need somebody who understands that.
Right.
And knows what exclusions, what limits, and can be able to even negotiate all that. So I think there are very many reasons why you need a very good service provider who is a broker, and then the broker can help do the rest for you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So make use of a professional, make use of someone who knows exactly what they're doing.
Correct, correct.
So I would really like to talk about the policies and legal regulation framework around the industry. Right now, would you say the industry is operating in a very favorable environment? Would you say when it comes to policies, when it comes to regulation, everything is looking great in terms of enabling the industry thrive? Or would you say there's need for modifications here and there?
I think there is need. There is need, and okay, we have come from a very far place. We have grown as an industry, but I think to say that we have gotten to a point where we are doing well, it will be a deception. We still have way to go. We still have miles to. We still have stones to unturned, so that we see what we can be able to improve, and more particularly so, especially on a regulation that can easily make penetration to be something of importance in this market, because the good thing of ensuring that we increase our penetration level, it means even insurance will most likely come lower. The premiums will most likely come lower, and which is also a benefit to institutions, a benefit to individuals, and also a benefit to the insurance companies, and as an industry as particular. So I think we still have opportunities to work around. I saw, like today in the papers now, there is a bill that IRA is drafting to be able to take care of motor vehicle border, so that all border now have an insurance cover,
right?
So that when you are riding, you know, I'm riding, but I have an insurance cover taken care of me in case I die, God forbid, or in case I get an accident. I will be able to work around it. Yeah.
So Davis, with that being said, and still in line with that, even as we're talking about, we're hopeful as the numbers come out, we're going to have seen an increase or an improvement in the performance of the insurance sector based off of, you know, the trends that we noticed last year in the pandemic. Going forward, if you're to do a forecast for us on the future of the insurance industry in this country, and we could even be talking about 5 years from now, with the current state of how things are, factors held constant, what would you say of the future of insurance in this country?
I'm always an optimist and a very
and
good
pastor.
And a pastor at the same time, so I can prophesy.
Right.
Yeah, but so much has happened in the last 1 year that has taught us too many things. But to be honest, I think there are a lot of opportunities. We in the insurance sector have to find a way out to use or make advantage of this pandemic so that we help the industry grow. And how to make sure that happens is by designing products that are able to resonate, are easy to understand for the very basic mwananchi who is at the bottom of the ladder, so that helps us in growing the numbers. A good example I'll tell you is now, for example, there is something we call last respects cover. Last respects cover, you only need to fill a form. Once you fill a form, it doesn't have so many fine print.
Right.
But with a premium of say 5,000 shillings, you cover your whole family. Oh, wow. Your mother, your father, your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your children, and your spouse against death. In case anything happens, the insurance company gets you something, which is probably more than 200,000 for every life lost, subject to a maximum number of claims for any particular insurance company. But you see, what that means is that for you to have that very good product be accepted by the very basic person, then you have to make the product extremely very attractive, with very little legal jargon and all that. And basically that means you need to ensure that the product resonates very well with the basic
market.
person. Yes. So my thoughts are, we have a lot of opportunities. We must change how we have been doing things traditionally. and how to change those things that we've been doing traditionally. One of the other opportunities, now we are having a younger population more than ever before. In Kenya, I think in a few years we'll be overtaking Uganda, which has very many young people. What that means, young people don't have time to read.
Yes.
You must put that in the phone, or you must put that in a website, give them a link to be able to purchase what they want, and use as little jargon as possible, and then they will be able to make a very good market for us to be able to thrive in this market. Let me tell you, if this industry grows, it is a benefit to you, it's also a benefit to me. It's also a benefit to you as a client and also as an industry player.
Davis, thank you so much for making the time always to come to talk to us about insurance, why we need to even consider it, as well as the state of the industry. I'm hoping that next time we have you on the show, you'll be talking to us about figures in the upper 5%. We'll have crossed that threshold we've been stuck at for so long.
Amen.
That's all the show we had for you today on I Am The Money. Thank you very much for watching. There's so much amazing content coming your way, so don't go anywhere.